on, we're in Geelong. We've come all the way down the highway. Give us a bit more than that. Yeah, that's better. Oh, we've even got fake applause in case you don't feel like clapping, which is, you'll feel like clapping as the night goes on, though, I'm sure. Hey, we got 2 champions here from the Geelong Football Club in order to get this show underway. We hope you're looking forward to meeting them, having a little bit of fun with them, winning some prizes, all that sort of stuff. You into that? Yeah, good. Look, there's enough footy panel shows out there. You've got AFL 360, you've got Footy Classified, you've got Talking Footy. We don't do any of that. We don't really talk that much footy here, actually. We just get the boys out here, have some fun with them, give away some prizes, let you guys enjoy them, and that's about it. That's all we need to do. Yeah? All right, let's get on with it. We won't muck around. Our first panellist, he was born on the 26th of May, 1988. He debuted in 2007. He's a 3 times premiership player, 07, 09 and 11. He's played 246 games and kicked a total of 144 goals. He wears the number 14 on his back. Please welcome to the stage, Joel Selwood.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong, we're always on the ball. We play the game as it should be played.
We'll get him to go the long way round.
Home or far away, our banners fly high from north to north, down at Gardenia Park.
Joel Selwood. I wanted him to actually... It wasn't that we wanted, to get more of a better view of him as he walked past. We just don't want him climbing anything because he's had his injury, you see. So we want to look after him. He's got wrapped in cotton wool while he's here tonight. Oh, thanks. But good to have you here, mate. Really nice
good
to see you.
Here. Yeah, and I appreciate you not making me climb up there. I've done enough work today, so I can tell you about that more later.
Isn't it nice that he's just walking again, though? Yeah. I'll talk to you about the recovery and how all that's going, so as the night goes on. We only spoke about 6 weeks ago when we had you on the show recently with your brother Scott, but good to have you back again, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Nice to see you. Good smiling face. Our second panellist, ladies and gentlemen, he was born on the 5th of April 1990. He debuted in 2008. All-Australian 2012, 13 and 15. He's played 198 games and kicked a total of 224 goals. He wears the number 35 on his back. Please welcome to the stage, Patrick Dangerfield.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong, we're always on the ball.
Oh, look at this.
We play the game as it should be played. At home
No
or
shortcut
far
there.
away.
I don't need to take the long way down. I'm all right. Everything's all fine with me. Good to see you, Patrick. Absolutely wonderful to have you on board.
So, mate.
I can't believe I've got Patrick Dangerfield and Joel Selwood sitting on this panel. It's bloody awesome. Yeah, put your hands together for him. I really appreciate that. I'll start with you, actually, Patrick. I wanted to say, how's fatherhood? How's it going?
Fatherhood's different. It's challenging.
Yes.
But I must admit, Marty, my wife, has been the gun in the family. She keeps everything on the straight and narrow. So she's done a phenomenal job. And for me, I've got to go to work each day. She's with Georgie basically 24/7. So it's been challenging, but very rewarding.
Good on you, mate. She's the Rock of Gibraltar. Good old Marnie. I love that. But how's the baby settling in? Is sleeping and everything?
He's been really good.
None of that?
I had a funny experience the other morning though. I was changing his nappy and for some reason I was sort of quite close, and when I was getting the other wipe I sort of held it there, turned around, and then when I came back I actually copped poo to the face for the first time. So that was a really good experience, and probably not the first time it's gonna not the last time it's gonna happen.
Yeah, always nice when your kids throw shit back at you, isn't it? Yeah, it's wonderful. And Joel, how's everything with you, mate?
I'm going well, yeah. So obviously not ideal to get an injury towards the back end of the season, but feeling really good. So I'm back, nearly working with the boys. I'm off to the side a little bit still at the moment, but obviously missed this week, but still eyeing off that first final.
Oh, good. We hope so, don't we? Yeah. Is the recovery everything you expected it to be, or are you like? I know that there's been a lot of speculation that the pressure's going to be on. Can he be the first one that comes back in a quicker amount of time than anyone else? Or
it's funny because you don't want to give it the running commentary too, because you get quite bored with it yourself. So it's more about just wanting it to fast forward and trying to get it done as quickly as possible. So it's more about trying to tell the ankle that it's feeling good and everything like that, and then you just go out and do it. And it's worked till now, so I'll continue with that philosophy.
Good on you, mate. I like it. Nice. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find out a little bit about the boys. This is the segment that we do that in. It's called What About Me? There you go. Boys, you've participated in this. I've changed it up a little bit because obviously we want to keep it fresh, but a lot of these people... I saw Ben was up here before and he said a show of hands for newbies. Can we see a show of hands who hasn't seen the show before? See, so look at that. So there's all these people
good.
here. This is awesome. So we're going to go through this for them and for your benefit, everyone, all right? So I'll ask you both, you feel whoever wants to step in first. When you were growing up, which team did you hate the most? Patrick Dangerfield, we'll start with you.
I didn't really hate a team. I didn't really follow a team all that closely, even though I tell people I barrack for Geelong. But I just liked the game itself.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I barracked for Geelong, and the team that I hated was the Hawks, and may that continue on.
I don't mean to be being facetious here, but that'd probably be on your epitaph if anything. Here I lie, still hating the Hawks.
Well, that's it, yeah. I mean, even now with the guys that are passing and... passing, that's probably the wrong word to use, but, I mean, Luke Hodge will bow out this year and Josh Gibson, Sam Mitchell last year, so the times are changing a bit. Doesn't mean that you still don't hate them.
Good. Excellent.
The fellas are actually not bad blokes because we've had a little bit to do with them. Over the international rules and whatnot, but and they're terrific guys.
It's just that
some of them.
It's just that bloody poo and me jumper,
it's
isn't it?
It's just a jumper.
Yeah, there it is. Can you remember the emotion of being told you're in the team for the first time?
Yeah, I can. I was out with about 8 players for dinner, and Neil Craig called up, and Nathan Van Berlo, who was one of the players I aspired to and loved the way that he sort of went about his business. He was next to me at the time, and I remember giving him a bit of a hug, and it was a pretty cool moment.
Wow.
Yeah, it was quite special.
Beautiful. Excellent. Yeah.
I can't actually remember the time, but I'm guessing that it would have been in Brendan McCartney's office because I spent a fair bit mainly sucking up to him to try and get to the position to play, but I'm guessing that it would have been in his office at some stage because I was his little right-hand man there for a while.
This is a strange question to ask because normally when I ask this at all the other shows, I don't have the ilk of you two sitting on the panel. Who's the best player at the club?
To my right.
Wow.
I love it, yeah. All right. It's great because I know you have a wonderful admiration for each other and it's just fantastic. Who's the worst dresser at the club?
Do we say it together again?
Yeah. In unison?
Well, Tom Lonigan's mine.
Yeah, Domsy's. It's putrid sort of.
Who was at Adelaide?
Andy Otten was terrible.
Yeah.
But Domsy's takes it to sort of next level with sort of what he rocks, doesn't he?
You know, and he's always had the feedback too that comes back to him. Tom, you've got to improve. He's had a son in the last 12 months, and you would have thought that he may have transferred over to the fatherhood sort of dress wear, maybe a bit of
Joel,
dance or something like that. But he
hasn't happened.
No.
Who spends the most amount of time in front of the mirror in the gym?
We're not. In the gym, men's.
Yeah, men's?
Yeah, Daniel Menz, that's a good one. Andrew Mackey for a long time there, but that's purely because he didn't want to do weights. It was mainly just to talk to someone.
Okay. What's your favourite interstate ground to play on?
Probably Adelaide Oval. Just
Yeah.
when you play in front of the packed crowd.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately they're not all Geelong supporters, but it's a pretty cool ground to play at.
Okay.
I would have thought it would have been quite hostile to
no,
you a couple of times when I've been out on the field with you. And
I thought they were cheering. Jeering.
They were, Patrick, they were.
it is Adelaide Oval at the moment, but it's we're getting quite lucky. We're in a position that we are playing at the moment because Perth's they got their last game at Subiaco this week. Then they're going to move to whatever they're going to call the stadium. But that's going to be amazing yet again.
Agreed. Okay. Who was the one player when you were growing up that you just, I don't like to use the word hated, but you either couldn't stand or despised? So an opposition player or?
I never really hated anyone, no.
No, didn't.
Someone from Hawthorn for me, wouldn't he?
Well, who could we say? Oh, someone that... Yeah, maybe Dermy.
Yeah?
I'd say
All
Dermy.
right.
He's probably done a few of these shows. So he'd probably say it back to me.
Nah. If there was a story in the newspaper about either of you, what would the headline say?
Well, he's driving too quick. That was one this year. May that not happen again.
Yeah.
I've got nothing funnier
No?
than that. That's very good.
That'll do. We'll move on.
Maybe not even driving too bad. Maybe he's going too quick. We could edit that one on the film. That'd be great.
Yeah, don't worry about that. That'll be done. Who's the Mr. Know-It-All at the club?
Mark Blitzarves.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, knock that on the head. Who's the most annoying player at the club?
Not too many annoying players. Your brother's a bit annoying at times, I feel. Probably Scott, I'll go with.
Yeah.
Scott, and then the other one would be Nakaya, and it's not through... it's just through being...
He doesn't mean to do it.
He doesn't mean to do it. I mean, we lose, he smiles. He does a hammy, he smiles. We win, he smiles. And you're just like, how can someone be so happy and have not a worry in the world? The only other person that I knew that could do that was Brad Ottens, and if he had a worry in the world, he'd just take it out altogether. Like when he retired from footy, he just decided that he'd make some tables down in his backyard and sell them to the boys, basically. So,
Wow.
Anything that's a stress, Nakai doesn't have one.
Oh, it'd be nice to live that lifestyle. What do you think is better, goal or mark of the year? What would you like to have on your resume?
Goal of the year, I reckon.
Goal of the year?
Yeah.
Have you had any?
No.
You probably put up a few nominations.
Well,
at
I
times.
had 1 year where I thought I really should have won it, and it went to Hayden Ballantyne.
Really?
Not that I remember it well.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You had a mark of the year last year. You got off the ground.
this
It was
year,
enormous. Was that this year?
Yeah, got off the ground this year. So I think I got I was nominated for it. So maybe it is my
Hit you on the
turn.
roof. Yeah, I reckon you are.
Jeremy Howe, look out.
Yeah, Jeremy Howe, absolutely. Who's the tightest with their money at the club?
Corey Gregson.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's tight. Yep. He needed a calculator the other day, and he was asking the boys around the footy club if he could borrow a calculator. So I was a bit worried about him.
Have you got an iPhone? It's in your phone, man. Sin, cos and tan. It's all there if you need it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
great.
hilarious. Yeah, okay. Who should we keep an eye out for the club? Who's in the twos that you'd like to see step up to the plate?
Well, not even in the twos, but
No?
James Parsons, one of
Okay,
my favourites.
yeah.
So he's played about 10, 11 games with us, and he's had a real influence on how we're going about it and where we want to go. Just silky and can be tough too.
Okay, good.
Quinton Narkle, who unfortunately did his knee this year, he's probably one of the best looking men in Australia. He's absolutely gorgeous, Quinton. He's got he's Indigenous and he's got the most beautiful blonde hair.
Wow.
He's just gorgeous. So if he's not playing footy, he'll be
In Milan.
in Milan. Yeah, runway in Milan. So wait till you see him. If he can half play, then everyone will be spellbound by him.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, well, we'll keep an eye out for him. What was your favourite footy memory growing up?
Kicking the footy with Dad.
Oh, cool.
Growing up,
Yeah?
Yeah, mine's similar, just with the brothers.
Yep.
Yeah, nice and simple.
Yeah, cool. Who was the one player that you would want to have the ball to kick to win the game after the siren at the club?
Well, you always say yourself, so it's...
Yeah.
I'm happy with you as well. 'Cause I ain't giving it to me.
Let's. Harry's been kicking all right of late. Or do we give it to Harry?
I'll go with Joel.
Vote of confidence. Yeah, all right. We'll leave it at that one. Who would you
I
make...
can't even kick at the moment, though. That's not true. I've been having a kick of late.
Yeah, good. Did you hear that? Of late, he's been having a... Yeah. Make sure that didn't go over the head there. Who would you most like to meet on the planet if you could?
David Attenborough, and I went to his show earlier in the year, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
His life, it's pretty special.
Amazing. Yeah, good.
Mine, geez, probably LeBron.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably
Yep.
LeBron.
Lock it at that. What's the one item of clothing you own but you just can't throw it out?
I got a couple of shocking fishing shirts, and they really should be thrown out, but I don't know, they're still there.
Yeah, really? You're going to hang on to them?
Yeah,
but
they're still there. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Just...
I don't know. Mine, I've got a fair bit that I should be throwing out.
eh.
I'm a bit of a Tom Lonigan dresser at times, but last time I come on the show, I was wearing a pair of jeans that
that's
Scott gave me for Christmas,
Christmas.
and I probably should have thrown those out, but I didn't have the guts to.
Have they gone since that show?
They're still in the cupboard, unfortunately.
All right. What's your karaoke go-to song? If you have to step up to the mic, what would it be?
I could sing Frozen. Yeah,
Frozen,
I'm
okay.
not bad at Disney songs, which is going to come in handy when George gets a little bit older. So maybe it's a bit of practice on the head of the curve.
All right, I like it. Okay.
I didn't actually mind when What About Me come on a little bit earlier. So
Good. We'll keep that to ourselves. What's your favourite perk outside of footy, boys? And being you two, is it the recognition, discounts, product giveaways, endorsements, or drink cards?
Joel's got so many. I'm just trying to think.
well, mine would be just getting to meet the people that you do. Like,
Beautiful.
I mean, we're at a good football club where we have a lot of good people involved with it. So that's, for mine, outweighs anything.
Yep.
I love fishing, and a lot of people that are very good fishermen, and I'm not a very good fisherman, invite me out on their boats. It's always good to go out with people that know what they're doing. So
Yeah, good.
And have a boat.
and have a boat.
And give you a boat.
Nice
And the
answer.
rest. And the gear.
Here we go.
That's a plug for the real thing? Yeah. Now, Joel Selwood, the number one song on the day that you debuted, I've gone with this because we've had you when you were born. So the number one song on the day that you debuted was this.
Waking up strong in the morning, walking in the straight line.
That was Silverchair. Silverchair, March of 07, which is
Yeah,
when you
that's
debuted.
true.
Yeah. And Patrick Dangerfield, the number one song on the day that when you debuted was this.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. The taste of her cherry chocolate.
That's it. It's that was Katy Perry, obviously, August 08. Now, we've got Sandy out on the floor, and we're going to take some questions, just a couple if we can. There's a gentleman there that's being pointed at by his partner, his sister, or his... Would you like to ask a question? No, you wouldn't.
No?
No?
Okay.
Very quickly, just down the front here. Oh, no, there's a gentleman just behind you, just while you're there. Gentleman there with the cap on, behind you, San. There he is. There you go.
This is Ramon.
Ramon,
How you
nice to
going?
meet you.
When you get suspended, like for doing something wrong on field, does the coach go off at you? Like at Tom Hawkins when he got done for 2 weeks? What do the coaches actually say to you guys?
I can speak about tackling. No.
Touche. How nice is that?
No, he didn't. He said unlucky, and I didn't use any expletives either, and I also said yes, I'm unlucky.
I haven't been suspended for a long time, and touch wood, may that continue. Maybe not laying enough tackles.
Be careful, I'll tackle you.
But I'm pretty sure that, yeah, Tom and the coach did catch up, but that wasn't for our ears, and we didn't hear it because the coach is quite measured at times, but I'm pretty confident that Tom won't be doing it again.
Yeah, the message got through loud and clear. And you've got one more there, Sam, for this gentleman here.
Greg?
Oh, Greg.
When you guys were starting out, do you keep in touch with any of the players you were drafted with through that selection?
Yeah, I have. I've got some really good mates still playing in Adelaide, and Andy Otten, who I mentioned as a horrendous dresser, he's a wonderful guy, and I still catch up with him regularly. And there's a few other players that were drafted that year, but we still keep in touch quite often, and we'll be good mates post-footy.
Beauty. Joel.
Yeah, the one player that I probably keep in contact the most is Xavier Ellis. So just finished up at West Coast last year, and best mates with Tom Hawkins. Funny how it sort of all worked out, but I met Tom through Xavier to start, and now I've spent 11 years with Tom. So.
How amazing is that? That's brilliant. Stories of football. Sandy, one more. One last question.
Got Yarno here.
Hi, Yarno.
One for Patrick. With that suspension, how close were you to challenging that? And you were dragged on one leg when you threw him down to the ground. So did that come into consideration? You didn't actually have full control over yourself.
I'm not going to get in a debate about the tackle because I'll say something I shouldn't. It's being recorded. No, it's well. Look, we had a bit of a think about it, but at the end of the day, that the balance between reward v risk just wasn't quite worth it. And in hindsight, it was a really good decision because Joel obviously went and got injured, and then Mitch was suspended, and the same with Tom. So you just don't know what could potentially happen the next week. So I removed the whole Brownlow out of it. I was more about the best preparation for us as a team leading forward and what that is. because at the end of the day, you can't celebrate that with anyone, whereas a grand final, which Joel's been lucky enough to win 3 of them, that's the sort of success that I'm craving and that I want to be a part of.
Beautiful, I love it. Put your hands together. That's it, Sam.
Got 2 more
You got 2 more, have you? Very quickly then, please.
from
Yep, from our online.
online, yes.
Okay.
I've got one from Jade. This is for Paddy. How did you first find settling into Geelong after moving from the Crows?
It was tough, Jay, but Joel tucks me in each night and did for the first few weeks, so that makes the
Ice cream
transition...
first.
The ice cream first, sorry. And that makes it very, very easy. No, they're wonderful, such a wonderful club and so many wonderful players, and that ice cream's...
Yeah, schmicko.
Very nice.
And one more, Sam.
Okay, this is a good one. This is from Geordie to Joel. Are you looking forward to being named Danger Ablett Wood next season?
I was in the corridor with Stephen Wells only yesterday, and the media guy come past and said, "Oh, you're doing Channel 7 because you haven't done anything for quite a while." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do Channel 7." And Wellesley said, "If you get a question about Ablett, just say you know nothing." And so I have to say to, sorry, who was it?
Her name was
Geordie.
Geordie.
Yeah.
I'll have to say to Geordie, sorry, I don't know anything about it.
It's all right, we got the scoop from Patrick the last time he was on the show, so yeah, it was all nice. No, well done, boys. Thank you. Thanks very much. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the boys, please. Thanks, guys. Thank you for being candid. We're going to talk a little bit of football. We get in and out of this as quick as we can because we know that you're not really interested in it until we get to the game of the round which you are interested in. But we're going to go through it regardless. It's round 23. Can we introduce it, please, Sam? And thank you very much. Boys, Friday, August the 25th, it's your old friends, the Hawks, coming up against the Bulldogs. Let's see the Hawks.
We're a happy
And that'll do, thank you. And let's go straight to the Bulldogs. And that'll do there. So it's Hawthorn in 12th position, coming up against the Dogs in 11th position. Etihad Stadium, 7:50 p.m. Hawthorn can't make it. Dogs need a lot to go right in order to get anywhere close. What are your thoughts here, though, boys?
I think Hawthorn will win. Hodgie's last game, I think they'll send him out on a good note.
Isn't it interesting, though? Sorry to interject here. You've obviously got Bob Murphy and also Matthew Boyd with their last games for the Western Bulldogs as well. So you'd be wanting to think, gee, I hope they can do it for them as well. But, oh, well...
That's it. I mean, all been great footballers too. I think, did Matty Boyd make it to 300?
No,
he must be close. So.
Yeah, it was.
And the rookie
278 or
pick
something.
too, like,
Yeah.
all been awesome players. So, don't know. Bulldogs are still alive, so I might get them over the line. They're going to miss the package though.
Yeah, hamstring and well, most likely. Anyway, I get your tips. We'll go with that. Hawthorn and Bulldogs, got them. Saturday, the August the 26th, boys. MCG, 1:45 p.m. It's Collingwood versus Melbourne. Let's hear the Pies. Thank you, Sam. They're coming up against the D's.
It's a grand old
And there we go there. So 13th versus 7th, MCG. Melbourne need to win. Collingwood can't. Although they can, but they can't make the finals. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think the D's just have too much to play for.
Yep.
Yeah, they're a good side, Melbourne. They're going to continue to be a good side for a few years to come, I think, with the young players they have, and they'll be too good this weekend.
Yeah, great. Awesome. Gabba, 2:10 p.m. Saturday again. Brisbane versus North Melbourne. This is the I Don't Give a Stuff Cup they're playing for. Brisbane in... Oh, all right. Sorry about that. Brisbane in 18th position, coming up against North Melbourne in 17th. Let's hear Brisbane.
We are the pride of Brisbane.
And thank you very much. And let's go straight to North Melbourne. And that'll do there. Thank you very much. Thoughts here, boys?
Well, you know, North Melbourne lost a lot of games early in the year by under a goal. Like it could have been a complete different story for them. Then they sort of rolled over their young players. Brisbane have sort of got their game together right now with their young players. So probably just on that, Brisbane's a pick for me.
All right.
Flip of the coin, North Melbourne. I suppose whoever wins loses.
Yeah. Interesting one. All right, we'll move right along. SCG, 4:35 p.m. It's Sydney versus Carlton. Let's hear Sydney.
Cheer, cheer.
Thank you, Sam. Coming up against the Blues. And that'll do there. So Sydney in 6th position, coming up against the Blues in 15th. Thoughts here, boys?
I think Sydney will win pretty convincingly. They've been the form side in the second half of the year, and
haven't they?
Carlton are still in a developing phase.
Yep. Great
Yeah,
answer.
Sydney for me.
Yep, good, beautiful. Skip this game. Let's go straight to Adelaide Oval, 7:10 p.m. Saturday evening. It's Port versus Gold Coast. Let's hear Port. Thank you very much. Coming up against the Gold Coast Suns. And that'll do there. Port in 5th, Gold Coast in 16th. Adelaide Oval, 7:10 p.m. You'd think Port would have to come back, but, you know.
Yeah, I think so. They had a great last quarter against the Bulldogs Saturday.
Yeah,
So
in Ballarat.
I think they'll win this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's been a long season for Gold Coast, obviously with Solomon taking over the last few weeks. So I think Port will get that done pretty comfortably.
Okay. Beautiful, mate. Thank you. Sunday, August the 27th, ladies and gentlemen. Etihad, 1:10 p.m. This game, a must-win for the Bombers. And thank you very much, Sam. Coming up against Freo. All right, there we are. Essendon in 8th position, as I said off the top. They need to win this game in order to stay in contention for the finals. Coming up against Freo, 2 100-point losses in the last 2 weeks. Thoughts?
I'm going to say Freo for no reason whatsoever, but I think they'll rebound after a couple of very, very difficult losses because God help them if they don't with Ross the boss.
Yes.
I think Ross wanted to do a favour for St Kilda too, so I think he owes them one for leaving him, he said.
Yeah.
So he's still got a couple of friends there in Rui and Joey that they'd like to for him to get the job done, but I think Essendon have too much to play for.
Yeah, okay, all right. MCG, 3:20 p.m. It's the Tigers. Thank you very much, Sam. Coming up against the Saints.
Oh, when the Saints.
Thank you very much there, mate. It's Richmond in 4th position, St Kilda in 10th. Richmond need to win. They would like to win. They would like to play and get that double chance. Your thoughts and tips here, boys?
I think St Kilda will win. I think they match up really well against Richmond and they dominated them early on in the season. I think Seb Ross will go to Dustin Martin, and with Carlisle avoiding suspension, he shores them up down back. So it'll be a pretty good game, this one, I think, though.
Yeah, there was, a 9-10 goal quarter that game, wasn't it? Yeah, they came out of the blocks.
Yeah, they did. Interesting, that was played at Etihad. This one's at the MCG, but I still have the Saints. I don't think they could let Rui go off the way, with
Another
the
one
loss.
of those send-offs, yeah, exactly. Going to be interesting, absolutely. Second last game that we'll be talking about tonight, Domain Stadium, 2:40 p.m. Very interesting. Adelaide lose this, you guys win. You could go on top of the ladder if you got your percentage right as well. But let's get on with it. It's Adelaide versus West Coast. Let's hear West Coast. Thank you, Sam. And let's go to Adelaide.
We're the pride of South Australia.
Thank you, mate. West Coast 9th, Adelaide 1st, Domain Stadium 2:40 p.m. As I alluded to off the top of that, it would be interesting to see West Coast get up over Adelaide. What do you boys think?
That's a putrid song, that last one. I think they'll be a little bit too good for West Coast. I think they've had a very solid season, Adelaide, and they finished on top of the ladder for a reason.
Yeah, lost last week, and I think they'd want to get a win before heading into finals.
Beautiful. All right, let's get into this one. This is the game that you'd all like to find out a little bit more about. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is brought to you by the Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema. Let's get the big picture on this game. It is Skilled Stadium, 7:25, just down the road. It's the Giants. And that'll do. Thank you very much. They're in 2nd position, coming up against the Geelong Cats.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong, we're always on the ball. We play the game as
You're
it
not
should
really
be
into it as much as I thought you'd be.
At home or far
This is your
away.
chance. They're both here.
Our banners fly high from dawn to dark down at Gardenia Park.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Boys, I just want to go through a couple of points here. I don't expect you to answer all the questions, but I'm just going to make a couple of bullet points out of it. There's not much dividing you this year when it comes to playing GWS. GWS sitting second on the ladder with a percentage of 118%. Geelong sitting third on the ladder with a percentage of 115. So you're only 0.3% off. Only 9 points separates you both in points for and 50 points against. So you're both pretty level pegging in relation to that. Your last meeting was a draw, 68 points apiece, which was round 15. Your thoughts on how you think you play against the GWS and how you can actually combat them and get it over the line to get this win on the board?
Well, it would be nice if we keep it in our forward line like we did last time against them for a majority of the night. Well, I mean, we were a little bit underdone. I pulled out late last time, and Dan Menzel pulled out late. We gave Sam Simpson a bit of a run and Wiley Buzzer for the first time, alongside Zach Guthrie, who we found out over the last 8 weeks are really capable at the level, all three of them, which was nice. Nice to know that we can lean back on these kids.
sure.
But this week we look forward to, we definitely get Tom Hawkins back, and then the way that Mark Blitzars is training at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if we get him back this week too before finals. So similar injury to mine, he had a little fracture in his, so he's a bit tougher than me, he's telling me. But,
Yeah, right.
But they're a good side. So what we haven't been doing quite well of late is starting, and maybe you can touch on that.
Well, you're right. It wasn't a great start on the weekend. I suppose the key for us, as Joel said, is to lock it into our forward half. Now, to be able to do that, we obviously need to win the contested possession and win enough stoppages around the ball. So GWS obviously have a really good midfield brigade. So that's sort of where I see the game being won and lost. So we need to make sure that we've got a really solid effort from our big guys in the ruck. And then on ground level, we're giving each other good support. So, it'll be a tight game, but I think, we love playing it on our home deck, and the Giants haven't spent too much time down here.
Really interesting because they are a very fast-moving team. They get the ball out so quick, and the handball, it's like a mosquito fleet. They are just running so quickly, and you get it down there, you've got lob, you've got pattern. There's some big tools down there that you want to combat, so, it's going to be cut out for your back boys to make sure that you can negate that, obviously.
Yeah, our guys did really well last time when we played them up there. We had Harry Taylor playing back that night. At the moment, he's playing forward. So
doing a good job down there too, isn't he?
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. Like, we've got to make sure that, it doesn't get down there too often so they don't score. But, when it does get down there, make sure that it comes in a bit slower so those guys can get help in the air.
Beautiful. Can I ask you, what was the feeling like? Obviously, a win's always good, but what was the feeling like having the Tigers come down and then actually beating them on your home deck? And you were out, and Tom was out, and Mitch Duncan was out. It was a really good win for the Geelong Football Club.
Yeah, it was. It's and obviously there's been plenty of media hype around Richmond, and for good reason, because they've been playing some really good footy. And as Joel said before, the fact that we've blooded some really young players. Zach Guthrie looks, marginally older than my son, who's 7 weeks old. So to see him playing really good AFL footy is such a good thing for our footy club. So it exposes them against really good sides, and they'll be better for it from the experience. So games like this you always look forward to, that's for sure. And the Richmond one was very similar because you love playing sort of 3rd v 4th. We knew what was on the end of it. Excuse me. Should we win? And then to back it up last week was promising. Which
is probably no different than where you're coming in here. I mean, this will be the 3rd time that you've played GWS on your home deck. The last 3 times, obviously. A 10-point win in round 11, 2016. That's probably a little bit too far to go back. This is even further to go back. 65-point win in round 10, 2012. They're all different teams, I know. But in saying that, you seem to have their measure when they come and play down at Scoot Stadium, which would be, nice to feather in your cap.
Yeah, no, we're confident. We're confident that we can get the job done. But in saying that, we understand that their side's growing too at the same time. But so is ours. I mean, we've got a side together now that's played, 50, 60 games together, which is what we've been working towards. So we just want to put out a good performance and get rolling into finals from there.
Fantastic. Can I ask you, just as a sidebar issue, what's it like sitting up in the box, mate?
Last week wasn't too bad. Early on, it was a little bit tough. But no, the boys, we were really comfortable with where the game was at. We just couldn't quite, finish our work at times. So we had it in there a hell of a lot of times. The boys were winning around the ball. They were winning the ball well. We just, we just needed to clean few little things up. But, those games are sometimes the better ones to win, the ones that you really have to grind out. So. The coach is really measured though, and as expected, how he talks to us. You see him in the box going mad sometimes, but it's not quite the case.
No.
They obviously put that on when they need to.
Selective editing.
He is as measured and well thinking. as a football person you'll see.
That's
and,
brilliant. Nice
and his
accolade.
record shows it too. I mean, he's got a record of 76, you know,
Best
80%
ever.
wins.
Yeah. Yeah,
For
bloody
someone
awesome.
that's coached over 100 games, like he's a very, very smart football
Yeah,
person.
great. Well, this is your chance to go above GWS on the ladder. Hell, win this, and by a huge margin, you could obviously finish on top of the ladder if that was the case. Obviously, you know, as I alluded to before, Adelaide would have to lose. Let's talk about Zach Toohey. He's been super impressive. He has had a really good...
He has been. And he's such a wonderful person as well.
Yeah.
That's just the carrot on top. That's you know, that's the great thing about him. You love playing with good players, but you love playing with really good people. And he's embraced the club from day one, and he has a lot of fun around the place, which is what Joel and a lot of our you know, experienced players talk about. You've got to be you're here to enjoy what you do, and not stress too much about, you know, what's going to happen, you know, come the game, and you know, in the pre-season. It's enjoy yourself. You don't have to stress coming into the building. So that's an important part of footy, I think.
It actually looks like that, though. Like, he really looks like he loves playing for the Geelong Football Club. That's my impression anyway.
Yeah, which is great, and that's what we hope that all the boys do. But it's really important if they do it from day one, and that's what Pat did. And you know, it's been a flow-on effect. I reckon Zach Smith is enjoying his footy more here than what he did at the Gold Coast. Scoot, my brother too. You know, you just find a different love for it, and it's nice that they've learned to love the hoops straight away, because they're very important for, you know, I'm pretty ancient now, like been around for a long time. As I get
prehistoric nearly.
reinforced, but you know, the love's still there for me. But for these guys that jump into it straight away and go, geez, this is cool.
Yeah, awesome. And make you feel good too. And while we speak of that, 3 re-signings this week. Buzzer, Kuniko and Kolajasny.
Yeah.
All the boys signed on till at least 2019.
Which is wonderful to see. So, and we've seen what Buzz has been able to do this year, you know, over the last 6 weeks, which is pretty special for a kid that hasn't played a huge amount of football at all. And I'm not sure if many know, but he's got a bit of a vision issue at different stages, and he can misjudge the flight of the ball. So that, coupled with his real inexperience, has been really pleasing to see him play the game the way he has, and he embraces the contest and all the things that we ask for as a leadership group.
And how's Buzzer? What a little colt he's become.
Well, yeah, I mean, the hair, the name. He's big, isn't he? But the two
He
other
smiles
boys.
so much, doesn't he? Like, you just never see
he's
him
enjoying
not smiling.
That's brilliant.
He's going to steal all our gigs, so we need to get rid of him.
Yeah.
But the other two, Jordan Kuniko, we would have seen a lot more of him this year. He did an ankle at the wrong time. He actually got selected for the side that week. Can't remember who we were playing, but we would have seen him in the back half of the year. He's only just got back to play with our VFL. And then Cole Jasny, so played a great role down back for the first half of the year. Now he's been up with us midfielders the last few weeks. So
awesome.
It's nice to have those sort of guys around the footy club.
And I'm going one step further, but I do want to mention Tommy Stewart. The last time you were on the show, which is 6 weeks ago, you were saying he had his, you know, his bottom lip stapled to his forehead. He looked like he was going to come back and play a little bit of football. He's come back like, let's go. I'm into it.
Been really good, especially last week. Like we were down that first quarter, and he was probably with Jed Buse, the guy that was, you know, keeping that run off the half back line, and then there was that flow-on effect that the other guys got involved in the game. Zach Toohey got brought into the game because of that. So really impressive. I mean, to get Tommy Stewart with a second-round draft pick. We did our best to hide him the year before, but people knew about him. He was out on the market, and we're just glad that we could keep him at home.
Well done, boys. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the boys. Thank you. That game was brought to you by the Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema, 7 great locations: South Morang, Cheltenham, Fountain Gate, Hoppers Crossing, Knox City, Ozone Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. That was our tips for round 23, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for the home and away season. We head into the finals from here. We wish you boys all the best of luck.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Thank you very much. We need 2 contestants up here. Sandy would be picking them. There we go.
Rebecca.
Oh, that looks like a familiar face. Hello, Rebecca. How are you? And who else have we got there, Sam?
I've got Kelly.
Woohoo! Kelly's got some fan favourites. Right on. We like it. Rebecca and Kelly coming up. All right. I'll get you two lovely people. What's going to actually happen here? The boys are going to be keeping score for you. What's going to happen? I'll introduce the segment. I'll explain it as we go. But if you could turn around and face that way, because you'll hate it when you see yourself tomorrow on YouTube and then you go, Damo, why didn't you ask me to turn around? Because I don't need to see the back of my head. I'll introduce the segment. It's called You're the Voice. And here it goes, make it clear. What I'm going to do is Kelly, on my right. Kelly, you're going to be playing on behalf of Joel. Do you like Joel? Do you think Joel's pretty fantastic?
Oh, he's all right.
Could you take... No, the microphone.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah, there you go. You're a big fan of Joel?
Yeah.
Good. We like that.
Good answer, Kelly.
Very good answer.
You're not one of those people that have ripped off the number 14 and put the number 35 on, are you?
No, I had 35 on for chat.
Easy to do.
She already had the 35 on. One of those ones. Oh, a few of those.
Her jumper's 14, her pyjamas are 35. Yeah, all right. Kelly, what's going to be happening? You'll be playing on behalf of Joel. I'm going to be asking you a series of questions, which are all in the true or false mould about Joel, and I need you to give me your answers in a clear and concise voice.
Okay.
And Joel will be scoring each time that you get one right. So we'll start with this. Joel's middle name is Anthony. Is that true or false?
True.
Correct. Joel was born in Bendigo. Is this true or false?
True.
Correct. Joel's birthday is the 26th of May. True or false?
False.
No, it's true. Joel debuted in 2007. Is this true or false?
True.
Correct. Joel is a 4-time All-Australian. True or false?
True.
No, false. He's a 5-time All-Australian.
Oh,
Joel has won the Cargie Greaves Medal, Geelong's best and fairest, twice. True or false?
false.
Correct. It is false. He's won it 3 times. Joel has played his 150th game against Melbourne in round 16, 2013. Is this true or false?
True.
It is true. Well done. Joel represented the Big V at the age of 18. True or false?
True.
False. He was 19. Joel won the Best Captain Award in 2012. Is this true or false?
True.
It's false. 2013. And your last question, how'd you go here, mate? 5? 5. Not too bad. Joel has won the Robert Rose Award for the most courageous player 5 times. True or false?
True.
False. He won it 4 times. 09, 12, 13, 14. Not too bad. You finished up with 5. That's not bad, Kel. How are you feeling, Rebecca?
Oh, we might be in trouble here.
No, you'll know a lot about Paddy. We'll see how we go here. So I'll be asking you a series of questions. Patrick will keep score for you and we'll see how we go. Patrick's middle name is George. True or false?
True.
Patrick? No. No. Patrick was born in Anglesey. True or false?
False.
It is false. Congratulations. Patrick's birthday is the 4th of April. True or false?
True.
False. The 5th of April. Patrick made his AFL debut in 2007. True or false?
False.
Correct. 08. Patrick is a 5-time All-Australian. True or false?
False.
Correct. It was 4, 12, 13, 15 and 16. Patrick has won the Cargie Greaves Medal, Geelong's best and fairest, twice. True or false?
False.
Correct. He won it once in 2016. Patrick won the Malcolm Blight Medal in 2016. True or false?
False.
Correct. It was 2015. Patrick won both the 100 and 400 metre in the 2007 Vic Secondary Schools Athletics. Is this true or false?
False.
It was true. Good little runaway, you, Pat. Patrick attended school at Oberon High School in Belmont. True or false?
True.
Correct. It was true. You've got 6. You're doing all right. You've only got 1 more to go. Patrick had 43 disposals in his debut match for the Cats against Hawthorn.
True.
Is this true or false?
True.
Was that?
True.
True. Very correct. You've got it. You won. Congratulations. That's not too bad. Unfortunately, Kelly, you didn't win, but you don't go home empty-handed. There's a stubby holder, bumper sticker and a key ring in there. But for winning, you've got $40 from Big Pig, Little Pig, $100 from the Lobster Cave, $40 from your jersey, $20 from Celebration, and get Sandy to frame something for you. Thanks heaps, Rebecca. Well done. Absolutely awesome. fine, boys. That was just, bit of true and false.
I learned things about Pat, so I'm happy, and there's going to be plenty of conversation happening tomorrow.
Beautiful.
Geez,
I like
that
that.
running record was impressive.
Yeah.
Joel thought I couldn't run over 100 metres.
I haven't seen him run
The
over
1
100
and
metres.
400. Not too bad.
The 400 was the one that impressed me.
Excellent. See? You're not the only one learning things at these shows. They learn things about each other. Which brings us to this segment, which is called... Actually, I'll make it 2 contestants up here for it first. Sandy, 2 contestants. There we go. Joel. Good name. Looks like you're already
And
stitched...
Diane.
Joel and Diane.
G'day, Diane.
All right. I'll get you boys to flip those back to 0 if you could. Joel, you're going to be playing on behalf of Joel. All right. So don't forget his name. And you've got the score pad. Each time that Joel gets one right, you're going to be flipping that over. Di, same applies to you. We'll introduce the segment. You 2 lovely people turn around and face that way, and we'll go for it. This segment's called Don't You Forget About Me. Hi, Di. How are you? Good to hear. Di, you're going to be playing on behalf of Patrick. Joel, you'll be playing on behalf of Joel. This is the way this one works, boys. I'm going to be reading out the players' numbers from your club, from the Geelong Football Club. You have to tell me the player, their Christian name and their surname.
Okay. Paddy doesn't know all of them, so that's
boy.
good.
Yeah, that's why it's called Don't You Forget About Me. Who'd like to go first?
You can go, Joel.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, Joel. All right, here we go. So I'll be reading out the number. You've got to give me their name. Are we ready to go? You got just to mention, you got 30 seconds on the clock to get as many out as you can. You're on the ticker.
Yep.
All right. 1.
Reece Stanley.
Correct. 45.
Ryan Abbott.
Correct. 27.
Sam Meningola.
Correct. 31.
Jordan Kunico.
Correct. 33.
George Holland-Smith.
Correct. 4.
Andrew Mackie.
Correct. 15.
Matty Hayball.
Correct. 19.
Quentin Narkle.
Correct. 18.
Josh Cowan.
Correct. 11.
Darcy Lane.
Correct. 44. Not bad. How'd you go? 8. Very good, mate.
Harder than you think.
Sorry, Diane. I think you're screwed here.
I'm resigning to the fact already. I have never known Patrick Dangerfield to give up like that, and I don't think he will now either. You'll be right, mate.
No, it's true. I have, because the last time I was here, this same thing happened to me during this. We actually had to change the topic we were talking about because I couldn't get it right.
Yeah, well, that was another subject.
It wasn't jumping numbers, it was something different.
Yeah, but we'll see how we go with this. So we're going to start, Di. You're going to be flipping over as nice and as quick as you can. We'll get the clock ready. We'll start with your first one. Number 20.
Ryan Gardner.
Yes,
Ryan
correct.
Gardner.
Number 30.
Tim House.
Correct. 21.
Jordan Murdoch.
Correct. 36.
Tom Reynolds.
Correct. 29.
Cameron Guthrie.
Yes, correct. 40.
Jackson Thurlow.
Correct. 22.
Mitch Duncan.
Correct. 6.
Link McCarthy.
Correct. 13.
Tomsey.
What was this? What did he finish up with? 9. So you actually beat him.
I think Di was just flipping them over, and everyone was watching us, and Di was
Wow.
just flipping them over.
Let me just count. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 8.
He said Tom right on the buzzer.
1 right on the buzzer. I didn't even ask it though.
I was trying to cheat. Do we have a winner?
I'll tell you what. I'm going to call it out, and it's the first one in. And can you use your buzzers? Just bring your buzzer up, put it on top of the yeah. So it's first one in. I'll call out the number. You have to tell me the player. 17.
That sounded the same.
Well, of course, no matter what you say, we're gonna press it, because by the time that
I'll say Astava.
Yes.
Astava, Ratsy.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Guess what, Joel? You win. All right.
Paddy was too busy
Nice
talking.
and easy. Too busy talking. Diane, you don't go empty-handed, all right? That was a lovely effort. Actually, there's a Big Pig, Little Pig voucher as well, all right? Don't worry about that. And you, my friend, Congratulations, Joel. You've won $40 from Big Pig Little Big, $100 from the Lobster Cave. You can go down there with one of your mafia mates. $25 from the Pancake Parlour, $40 from your jersey, $20 from Celebrations, $225 courtesy of Joel Selwood. Well done, mate. Good on you, champ. Well done. Nicely done. We did that the other week for the boys at St Kilda. I won't mention the player. You can go and check it out on YouTube. And he only knew about 3 players, and he was really, really embarrassed. So, hence the segment. Don't you forget about me. He went down and introduced himself to the players the next day at training. Let's introduce this one, ladies and gentlemen. No contestants here. It's just a little bit of fun with you boys. One-word answers. We'll introduce it. It's called What Can I Say? All right, here we go, boys. As I said, one-word answers. We'll knock this segment over nice and quick. Would you like to see State of Origin return?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Is the shot clock good or bad for football?
Good.
Good.
Okay. Playing down in Tassie is?
Bad.
Bad.
Taking a specky is?
Rare.
Fun.
I'll never forget your first game with
Oh, I
Hawthorn,
won't let
mate.
ya.
Bloody awesome. Should a 9-point goal be in home and away games?
Yes.
No.
Travelling interstate is?
No, I've had enough of it now. Crap. Yeah. Who said crap? Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. All right. Should Tasmania have a team of their...
interstate for 8 years.
Yeah, no, I don't plan on doing that. The five times that we go away is just enough.
Should Tasmania have a team of their own?
No.
No, it's too tough.
Okay. Should the ball be bounced or thrown up?
Thrown up.
Own up.
Okay. Geelong supporters are?
Great.
Loud.
Yeah. Good.
Proud.
Loud.
One-word answers as many times as you want. Your thoughts on the Twilight Grand Final are?
Good.
Okay.
Yes, good.
Great. The rule of nominating in a ruck contest is?
It's silly.
Silly? Yep.
Yeah, unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Okay. What is your favourite ground to play on?
Simmons.
Okay, beautiful. Being an AFL footballer is?
Rewarding.
Beautiful.
Yeah, good one.
Yep. AFL coach's job is?
Oh, tough.
I reckon enjoyable for the coach. we win more than we lose.
Yeah, it's true.
Coach in waiting, ladies and gentlemen, you may be.
Well paid.
Well
Yeah.
paid, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reward for effort. Your thoughts on Good Friday football?
Liked it.
Yeah, like it.
Especially with the kids built in too.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Playing for the Cats is?
Dream.
Dream.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Geelong this year will finish?
Doesn't matter where we finish, but we'll win is the grand final, though.
I don't need to talk.
Yeah, let's not argue
I
with
just
that.
follow him. You should
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that by now. I just follow him.
All right. See how you follow him with this
Joel
one.
is full of it. Yeah.
Your tip for the Brownlow?
Bad topic. Bad topic.
I know, it's in there.
Dusty.
Yeah,
Pains me to ask it.
it pains me to even say anything.
All right, let's
It's
not
crazy.
then. Thursday night football is? Makes me sick too. Anyway.
Thursday night footy. I like the interstate ones.
Yep.
I don't think it was good for Geelong. I think
Okay.
we saw Saturday Arvo against the Tigers, and I think we should have some Saturday Arvo Saturday nights in Geelong.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have to train on Sunday, so it doesn't really matter if we... Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather not have it.
Yeah. Okay. When you see a poster or merchandise of yourself, what do you think?
You get an ugly scone.
Massive scone.
Ugly scone, both.
What's your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
You smile.
Yeah.
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 You feel
okay.
proud.
Is staging a reportable offence?
Maybe a fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it against Adelaide and got a free kick. I didn't feel too bad about it.
It's amazing who gives the answer. It always depends, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Pre-season games are?
Ah, crap.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
You've got your voice coach out there. I like it. The deliberate rush behind rule is?
Great for footy.
Great.
Good.
Exciting.
Yep, exciting. And the last one, boys, tomato sauce. Should it be kept in the fridge or the cupboard?
Cupboard.
Cupboard.
Yeah.
High five to sauce in the cupboard. I like it. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, very nice indeed. We need 2 more contestants up here to play this little game. Sandy, how are we going there? Wonderbar. Who we got, my dear?
Brad
Brad?
and Daniel.
Brad and Daniel.
Who do you want?
I want Daniel.
I want
Okay.
Daniel. All right.
Big Brad.
Nice to have you both
Hi,
up
man.
here. It's going to be pretty simple, boys. You're going to be turning over the score paddles. One of you is going to win $225 worth of vouchers just for doing so. I'll introduce the segment and we'll get it underway. It's called Who Can It Be Now? All right. All you boys have to do is I'll be playing with these two. Whichever one gets it right, you just turn the score paddle over and one of you is going to win. The way this works, boys, it's who am I? It's about players from your club, currently at your club. All right? So I'm going to ask you the question. First one to buzz in. If you could test your buzzers, please, Paddy. Beautiful. I'll show you the best way to actually do this. If you could play like this, and then you could just go. That'd be... Okay, perfect. So,
Where's George?
yeah, coming down to Geelong, cats and dogs. All right, here we go, boys. First one in. I was born on the 2nd of March, 1996. I debuted in 2017. I've played 5 games of football and kicked just over 3 goals. I played footy with Mount Gravatt Football Club in Queensland. The dog.
Wiley Buzzer.
Correct. That's 1 point. There you go. All right, question number 2. I was born on the 21st of July, 1988. I debuted in 2000...
Tom Hawkins.
Correct.
Oh, that's a little bit unfair. I should know that one.
Yeah, you should. Nevertheless. I was born on the 19th of August, 1992. I debuted in 2011. I played over 115 games of football and kicked...
Cam Guthrie?
Correct, mate. Well done. There you go. You're off the mark, Brad. Thanks to Patrick. So, well done. Here you go. I was born on the 22nd of December 1992. I debuted in 2012. I've played 45 games of football and kicked just over 23 goals. I received a Rising Star nomination in 2013. I played footy with the Sturt Football Club in South Australia. Patrick.
He's got this wrong, but George Horn-Smith.
You've got it right, my friend. Well done. How are we going down there, boys? Are we 2 apiece? Yeah, is that right? Don't get too excited either, boys, will you? Keep a lid on it. I was born on the 12th of June, 1986. Happy birthday, Mum. I debuted in 2008. I played over 210 games of football and kicked just over 50 goals. My junior club was the Geraldton Rovers. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Harry Taylor.
Correct. All right. Getting down to the nitty-gritty, boys. We'll have a winner shortly. We'll see how we go. Oops. As I flip over the page. Here we go. All right. I was born on the 28th of March, 1991. I debuted in 2013.
Just got you.
Yeah.
Blitzarves.
Yes, Mark Blickfarms.
Yeah.
Mark Blickfarms, yes. Correct. Scores, boys. 3 apiece. Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Talk about cutthroat. Oh, boy. Here we go. I was born on the 23rd of October, 1996. I debuted in 2015. I played over 30 games of football and kicked just over 20 goals.
Nakai Cockatoo?
Oh, he's good. Very good. Very good indeed. We've got two more, so we'll see how we go here. I was born on the 1st of December 1990. I debuted in 2010. I've played over 90 games of...
Did you press it? Nah. 1990. I'll go Lockie Henderson.
No. You're out. Do you want more of the question?
Oh, well, if you're
Why
gonna
not, if you're going to give it to me? I kicked just over 60 goals as of June 2017. My junior club was Berry. I was recruited from West Adelaide.
Reece Stanley.
Very good. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. With a total score of? 5 versus 3.
Sorry, buddy.
Well done, mate. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Don't feel bad because you got to at least play with the paddle, and that's yours as well. And on top of that, my friend, take a runner-up prize. Big Pig, Little Pig, great little American barbecue-style cantina. Go down there with a couple of mates, have a few beers. There, shout, you eat that. $225 worth of vouchers, Brad. Well done, mate. Congratulations. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, what you've witnessed tonight is the That's Good Footy panel show. It's called Footy Fanatics. Tonight was a Geelong show. We hope you've had a good time. I just need to seriously say thanks very much to Joel Selwood and Patrick Dangerfield for making themselves available.
Thanks, guys.
Please put your hands together for them. I've got a little bit of information. One that I want to point out. Next week, August the 30th, we're doing an Essendon show. It's got Dyson Heppel and Anthony McDonald, Tip and Woody live from Skyways Hotel, 113 Matthews Avenue, Airport West. Then we're doing the final series. Who's going to be there? Melbourne, Richmond, Essendon, Geelong, anything like that. Who knows? If you want to attend any of the shows, do what you've done tonight. Get onto the That's Good for Footy Facebook page or get onto the website, that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/events. We do the shows every Wednesday night, live from venues all around Melbourne. Thank you to Sandy. Thanks, sweetheart. You did a wonderful job tonight. Appreciate that. Thank you to Sam. Thanks to Ben, who's running around doing all of his things this evening as well. All I want to say now is, could you please put your hands together for Patrick Dangerfield and Joel Selwood from the Geelong Football Club. I hope you guys had a good time tonight. Thank you both for being available. I really do appreciate it. I want to get you out of here now. You've been watching the That's Good for Footy panel show. My name's Damien. Thank you and good night. Cheers, everyone.